Hello, welcome back to the Django tutorial. Now I will add a business logic in the CRUD operation. So let us start the discussion through the coding. So I will start with the list view. First I will display all the content from the database. So two files will have to modify views.py and urs.py. So first of all I open the views.py. Inside that we have this function based view. So first of all I'll comment this code and I'll modify. Here, instead of function-based view, now we are going to add all the class-based view. For that purpose, we will add first some packages. So from .models, we are going to import the coder model. Then from django.views.generic import one by one will import the required packages. Like first I want list view. So list view I import. Then I'll create a class which will display all the content from the database. So I'll take a name class add view and the parameter is list view. I want to list out all the content. Inside the class, I'm going to assign the model to the variable model. So coder model is been assigned to this model variable. After that, we are going to point into a specific template. So template name, already we have created a template folder. Inside that application folder is coder and under that we have this index.html. So this data I want to display on the index.html. So what are the content inside this model that we need to preserve into one of the object. So we can say context object name and here we are going to mention the object name. So here I am write index object. So this is all about the views that you want to update for a list view. Then we'll modify views.py. Inside the views.py file, we write here the function based view. So that will replace with the class based view. So add view dot as a view. Rest of the part will keep as it is. So this is the modification are required in the URL and views.py. Now we go inside the index.html and we'll check these are the static content already on the page. So it will not reflect any changes if you execute this page. So first of all, we'll have to modify a certain part of this index.html. So here we have to display all the content one after another. So there may be one record, there may be 10 records are there. So we have to iterate. So we have to modify the body part. The static part will remove and will be replaced with the actual part. So I'll remove this part and what I'll do, remove this complete part inside the body and I'll update the few things. So first of all, I'll take one tr and inside that I'll take a td. Inside the body tag, we are going to use a for loop to iterate all the records. So here I'm going to raise for the in object list. What are the content of that model we are going to display? So first of all, I'm going to display the serial number. So we are going to use a for loop dot counter to display the records one after another. Then we want to display the name of the developer. So here I'm going to take the attribute c.name. Then I'm going to take one more td to display the designation. So c.designation. Similarly, we are going to display the email. I'll take one more td and here I'm going to write c.email. These are the name of attributes under the model. So we'll take the last attribute, that is the year of experience. So c.year of experience. So one after another, that data is get displayed. Along with that, what we want to display the update and delete button here. So I'm going to write td, I'm just skipping the text. Afterwards, I'll modify. And then I'm going to write delete. So this is the part of tr, one after another execute. This for loop we need to end. So after this tr, I'm going to end the for loop. So here I'm going to write end for. So this little bit modification is required under the index.html. Now we'll go to the browser and we'll verify the output. So just I'm going to refresh the page. Now we'll get this empty titles only. So what we can do, we will add the record manually. So we'll open the admin part and then we'll add a coder details. So just I'll add the one by one the coder details. Let's say Gokul, designation is lead, email is gokul@gmail, and year of experience is 5. And add this record. Once the record has been saved, then we'll verify whether that record is there. So once the record is get added, name is Sora, lead, Gokul@gmail, and this particular information is there. So now I'm going to refresh this page. We can find name of coder, designation, email and experience, but it is not displayed in the proper way. We will display this information properly now. Inside the index.html, first of all, we need to add the serial number. So here I'm going to add the serial number. Along with that, we'll do some formatting. Like here I add a class table along with the appendix. Checked. I'll save this content. I'll execute again in the browser. And just refresh this page. You can find the data is organized properly. Serial number, name of coder, designation, email, experience. These two labels are there. That will replace with the buttons. So I'll add one more record. Instead of Sora, let's say I'll add coder details. And here I'm going to add, let's say Rupali, designation is, let's say tester, email is Rupali@gmail, year of experience is, let's say 7. And I'm going to save this record. Once this record is get added, now we'll again refresh our page to check the data is added. So you can find the record is get successfully added and also display in the list of coder. If I want this title in the center of the page, then I'll make the modification. I'll again go back to the coding and just make that header part into the center. So what I'll do, I'll add a class in the h1. So I add a class and I want the text on the center. And also I'm going to save the sum margin from the y-axis. Again, I'll go to the browser and I refresh the page. You can find now the data is displayed properly. So now we'll replace this text into the button, and this update and delete text we need to replace with the buttons. So I'll add the reference link here. So I'm going to add a tag ahref. Here I'll add a link afterwards. Then I'm going to set a certain class. So class I'm looking for a button. Here I'm going to add the one more class btn tanger. I want that button as a small, so I'm going to write mdsm. That's it. So then I write delete. Okay, this is the end of a tag. Similarly, I want to write the update. So here I'm going to write the td. Again, I'll add a href. This link I'll add afterwards. And also I'm going to add the class btn. I'm going to add btn success. And also mdsm. So this is the end of my a tag. And the title I want to display is update. Again, I'll go to the browser and verify. I just refresh this page and you can find update, delete buttons are there. And now we'll write a certain code to update and delete the record over here. So hope you understand that how we are going to display the content from the model to the web page. Now moving ahead to the next part, instead of adding the records manually, now we'll add a record from the web page and will be stored into the database. So for that purpose, we need to modify add coder details from the user. So first I'll create forms.py under the application. We can create a new file and give the name forms.py. That will display the content of form onto the HTML page. So first of all, we need to import the form package from Django. So from Django import forms. Along with that, we need to import the model because we want to display the content of model on the form. So form models import the coder model. After that, we'll write a class and we need to design the coder form. Parameter to the coder form is forms dot model form. Inside that, we can take a class meta and we are going to assign this coder model to the variable model. So coder model is being assigned to this model variable. I am looking all the fields of my database. Fields is equal to, here I am going to write underscore all underscore. If I am looking at specific field, then I need to put it into the list format. After that, I'll add a widget in the form of dictionary. So first parameter is name and the input for that is forms dot text input. I'll take the attribute equal to class and I'm going to set a specific class that is form control. Similarly, I'm going to add the other attributes. Like second attribute is designation. And for the designation, I'm going to use the text input. Also, I'm going to add the attribute that is a class. The similar thing that we did in the first attribute, that is the form control. So this way, second attribute is get added. Similarly, we will add the third attribute that is email. And for that email, we are going to take the forms.email input. Also, we are going to add the attribute as a class we are going to mention. That is a form control. And the last attribute is year of experience. So that will add year of experience. Forms dot text input. And the attribute is class, and the similar way we can write the form control. So this is the specific form that we design to display the data of name, designation, email, year of experience on the HTML page. Once it is complete, now we'll write the business logic. So we'll go into the views.py. Inside the views.py, we need to add one more package that is create view. Create view. After this add view, I'm going to write a class create view, create my view, and parameter is create view. Inside that, we can write the model. A model is equal to coder model. That model we have to use for this create my view. Then we need to mention the template name. Template name is under the template folder having coder application. And here I am going to use the add.html. After that, we are going to specify the fields. Here, if I am looking at a specific field, then we need to mention in terms of list. Otherwise, we can write underscore all underscore. After the field, we need to mention the success URL. Once the user posts the data, it will redirect into the specific page. So for that purpose, we need to mention the success URL. Success URL is equal to. So we need to import one package for that to import the success URL. So we are going to use a from Django dot URLs import reverse lazy. And then we can write in front of success URL is equal to reverse lazy, and we have to mention the application coder colon the URL that we want to redirect, that is the index. So this is my success URL after creation of the particular coder details. So this part is complete. Now the next part is to modify the URL.py. So we need to update the URL pattern. So I'll add one more URL pattern here. That pattern is now become, let's say I want to add the coder details. So add the coder details, and this function is get replaced with the class-based view. So here we write create my view as view, and name is equal to, I'm going to add the record. So these two URL we are added under the URL.py. We'll save this content and just go to the browser, and I'll refresh the page. And after that, I'm going to write the add. Now we'll add the URL add, and just will refresh. We'll get this is a form content. This form content we have to replace with some line of code. So I'll go back to the coding again, and we'll modify this add.html. So inside the add.html, we are going to modify first form, action is empty, and method is equal to post. Inside the form, first we'll add the CSRF token, and then we'll write the form dot add underscore p. After the completion of form display, we have to take one input. Input type is equal to submit. Their value is add, and we are going to add one class, that is btn success, and then we'll end the input. So this is the modification required under the add.html. So go back to the browser and just add the URL add. Now you can find name, designation, email reference, and add button is there. Once I click on the add, it will redirect to the index.html. So now I'm going to add the some details. So here I'm going to write, let's say Rahul, designation is software engineer, email is rahul@gmail, and year of experience is 12 years. Just click on the add button, and you can find that data is get added into my database. In this way, you can add coder details through the form. So hope you understand that how to add the coder details. Afterwards, we'll update this link so that it automatically redirect to the specific page. Now next part is to delete the record from this page. So once I click on the delete button, the record is get deleted. So now we'll see this through the coding. So to delete the content, we'll go back to the business logic, and we are going to add one view here first. So here I'm going to import the delete view. Delete here. And I'm going to add one class. After this, create my view. So I'm going to write a class, and now I want to delete a record. So I'm going to write delete function. So here I write a class delete having parameter is delete view, and inside that class I'm going to first import the model. So model is equal to coder model. Inside the coder model, after that, to delete a record, we require the primary key of my models. So for this model name, designation, email, and year of experience, one of the attribute is created, that is a primary key, and that is a ID. So that by default ID is get created as a primary key. So that attribute we need to use in the views.py. So after this model, I'm going to write EKURL keyword argument is equal to primary key of that relation. Then we need to redirect to the success URL. Success URL is equal to reverse lazy, and inside the coder application, we will redirect to the index page. And also we are going to mention the template name. The template name, I'm going to use a specific template name that will confirm whether we want to delete a record or not. So here I am going to write confirm underscore delete.html. This particular page will create and will be add code for that. So this is the business logic for the delete functionality. Now we need to update the URL first, and then we'll add the HTML page. So go to the url.py, and we need to add one more URL. I'm going to just copy this and paste here, and we'll modify the things. So now instead of this add, I'm going to delete the record. So I'll delete the record. We require a specific value, 1, 2, 3, whatever the particular record that I want to delete. So primary key I'm going to consider here to delete the record. So that is being added. After that, we need to change the name of class. So here I'm going to write the delete as a class, and name of my URL also we are going to change, that is delete. Now we'll add that page under the coder application. So create a new file, and name of the file is confirm underscore delete. I'm going to create a file confirm underscore delete.html, and we'll design that file. First of all, we need to extend the base.template. Extends under the coder, we have base.html. Then we are going to add the block content, and then here I'm going to write and block content. Inside that, we are going to add the things that we want to modify. Inside that, I'm going to use the div.container. Inside the container, I'm going to use the form. Method is post. Inside that, I'm going to use a CSRF token. Then I'm going to write the message. You want to delete the record. To delete the record, and you can specify the name. Let's say here I am writing object. That object data will be displayed. If I click on the confirm, then that record is get deleted. So I'll take one input. Let's say type is submit. Value is confirm. Confirm, I want to delete the record. So this is all I want to confirm delete. So now we'll go back to the browser and just I refresh this page, and I want to delete this first record. So I just click on the delete. Nothing is get changed because we are not modify this URL. So go back to the coding again. Now we'll modify the index.html. So this delete link is not been updated. So here I'm going to add the link for that. And the link is, let's say, I'm looking for a delete, and all the content are stored in c.id. So that particular object is get deleted once we add this URL. So save the content and go to the browser. Just refresh the page once, and you can just scroll the URL. You can find at the bottom there is a specific ID is mentioned for Rahul. So I'm going to click on the delete, and it will go for the confirm delete page. You want to delete the record, Rahul? Yes, I want to delete it. Once I click on the confirm, the record is get deleted. So likewise, you can add and delete the record on the database. Now next is to update or edit the content. So for that purpose, we write a business logic. So go to the views.py and first of all import the package. Now already create list and delete view is added. Now last one is update view. So update view package is imported. Go to the class base view, add the one more class after this delete view. So I'm going to write the class. Name of the class is edit view. And then parameter is update view. Inside the class, we are going to use a model is equal to coder model. Then we are going to write the template name. Template name is equal to, under the coder application, we have edit.html. Which field I want to modify? So here I mention all the fields that I'm looking. So all the fields I want to change or edit. And again, we mention the primary key because we are updating the record. So just on the attribute is on the primary key. Success URL also we need to mention. So success URL is equal to reverse lazy, and here I want to mention the name of application : index. So it will redirect to the index page. Once it is get updated with the view.py, go to the url.py and add one more URL pattern here. So I just copied this delete part and add the one more URL pattern. Delete and update is quite similar. So instead of delete, here I write update. Function is edit view. And name of my URL is update. So this is the modification is required for the update. Now URL and views are get updated. Now we'll open the edit.html. Already some part is been designed. So only the edit part is been remain that we need to modify over here. Now we'll modify this content. This is the form content. I'll copy the content from add.html. Open the add.html, copy this content and paste into the edit.html. So this content is get removed, and whatever the content that I use in the add.html it will be copied. So instead of add, here I'm going to write update. That's it. Rest of the things are as it is. Once you modify the things, just update the URL in the index part. So go to the index.html and now update the URL. So you can update the URL, update the record c.id. So the specific record will get update once the user click on that update link. All the modifications are done. Now we'll go back to the browser and just refresh this page. You can find the two details are there. So now I want to update these details. Just click on the update. You can find the details are there. Name, designation, all these things. So I'll just modify the year of experience. Instead of 7, here I write 9. And just click on the update. You can find the information is get updated. So likewise, we can modify any information like name, designation, email, and experience. So hope you understand that how to add, delete, update, or create a record to the Django. Now the last part is remain is that we need to modify these links. Add coder. If I click on this link, the add coder page should be displayed. So now right now there is no any URL over here. So we need to modify that URL. So go back to the coding again and we are going to modify our base.html. So under the base.html, we are going to modify add and index over here. So go back to the browser and just refresh this page. Click on the add coder. It goes to the add coder details. If I click on the home, it will display my home page. So this is all about the CRUD operation in Django. If you have any doubt, you can write it in the comment section. So I'll be more happy to give the explanation of your doubt. Thanks for watching this video.